Hello guys, and for today, right? It is the day two of learning the lesson on A with the topic food is fuels or pleasure. And in this video, we will learn the grammar present simple and continuous action and non-action verbs. Okay, and for the part A, firstly, we need to listen to Rumiko answers question from 2 to 6 from the interviews. And do you think food for her is fuels or pleasure, and why? Yeah, now I will show again for you for the question of interview, right? You need to notice and read the question from number 2 to number 6. For the question number 2, what do you normally eat in the typical day? Yeah, interviewers will ask this question to Rumiko, and Rumiko will answer. And for the question number 3, do you ever cook? Question number 4, do you ever eat unhealthy food? And how do you feel about it? And question 5, are you trying to cut down on anything at the moment? And question 6, are people diets in your countries getting better or worse? Okay. Now I will play audio, and please to listen. If you listen for one time, you cannot clearly understand the answer of Rubiko, so you can play back to listen again. Yeah.
1.1 Ramiko, what do you eat in a typical day?
I don't usually have breakfast because I can't get up early enough to eat. I normally just buy a coffee and drink it in the office. I usually have lunch in a restaurant near the office with people from work. When I was younger, I used to go to fast food restaurants and have pizza or fried chicken and chips. But now I prefer eating something healthier. So I go to sushi restaurants or restaurants which serve organic food. And for dinner, I eat out a lot too.
Do you ever cook?
Well, I like cooking, but I work very late every day. And also my kitchen's too small. My boyfriend's a better cook anyway.
Do you ever eat unhealthy food?
Well, I don't eat a lot of sweet things, but I drink a lot of coffee every day. I think I'm addicted to caffeine.
Are you trying to cut down on anything at the moment?
No, I eat healthily, and I do exercise regularly, so I don't think I need to cut down on food.
Are people's diets in your country getting better or worse?
Oh, probably worse. I think the diet in Japan today is much more westernized than before, and that's why some people are getting fatter. But personally, I like the fact that there are more different kinds of food and restaurants now. I enjoy the variety. I mean, it makes eating out much more fun.
Yes, we already finished to listen this audio, right? If you haven't got your answer, so you can play back to listen. Yeah. Okay. Now we will answer the question: do you think food for hers is fuels or pleasures? Yeah, in my opinion, I think to Rumiko, right? She considers food is a pleasure for her. Yeah, I said that firstly. Do you remember? She said, right? She used to in the past, right? She used to go to the fast food to eat, right? To eat French fries or chips. But now, right? She changed. Yeah, she changes her habits, right? She often go to organic restaurant to eat, right? So through this, now she thinks much more about her health, right? So that's why she want to eat organic food because it is good for her health. And another thing, do you remember when interview asked her that do you think you need to cut down on anything at the moment? And she say no, right? Because she think that she eat healthily and she do regularly exercise. Yeah, so that's why she think that she did not need to cut down on anything. And do you remember another answer from Rumiko? She says that she like cooking, right? Of course, she does not often cook, but she like cooking. And another reason that's her kitchen, right? Is very small, but she like cooking, and sometimes she also like, right? Not often, but it is okay. But through that's already proves to Rumiko's food is a pleasure for her. Yeah, and for you, so you can show your answer to this question. You can choose your words to say, such as for me, right? We do like this to learn English and also to practice speaking. Yeah. Let's keep doing this, yeah, for a long time, so you can speak English well and you can improve much your English. Such as for me, when I make these videos to teach English for you, one thing I hope through watching these videos can help you improve your English. Another thing, I also want to improve my English, right? So that's why I do this. Okay, now we will listen again and answer the question. Yeah, we will have 7 questions. For the question number 1, what does she usually have in the morning? When you listen this audio, please take notes so you can answer this question. And for the question number 2, where does she usually have lunch and dinner? And question number 3, why doesn't she often cook? Do you remember? And question 4, does she eat or drink anything unhealthy? And for question 5, is she cutting down on anything at the moment? Why and why not? And for the question 6, what's happening to be Japanese diet at the moment? Yeah. And for the question 7, does she think this is a completely bad thing? Okay, now let's listen audio.
1.1. Rumiko, what do you eat in a typical day?
I don't usually have breakfast because I can't get up early enough to eat. I normally just buy a coffee and drink it in the office. Mm-hmm. I usually have lunch in a restaurant near the office with people from work. When I was younger, I used to go to fast food restaurants and have pizza or fried chicken and chips. But now I prefer eating something healthier. So I go to sushi restaurants or restaurants which serve organic food. And for dinner, I eat out a lot too.
Do you ever cook?
Well, I like cooking, but I work very late every day. And also my kitchen's too small. My boyfriend's a better cook anyway.
Do you ever eat unhealthy food?
Well, I don't eat a lot of sweet things, but I drink a lot of coffee every day. I think I'm addicted to caffeine.
Are you trying to cut down on anything at the moment?
No, I eat healthily and I do exercise regularly, so I don't think I need to cut down on food.
Are people's diets in your country getting better or worse?
Oh, probably worse. I think the diet in Japan today is much more westernized than before, and that's why some people are getting fatter. But personally, I like the fact that there are more different kinds of food and restaurants now. I enjoy the variety. I mean, it makes eating out much more fun.
Yeah, we already finished listening the audio, right? Now we will answer the question number 1. What does she usually have in the morning? Do you remember? She said that she did not have the breakfast, right? She skipped the breakfast. Yeah. And for the question number 2, where does she usually have lunch and dinner? Do you remember? She usually has lunch and dinner in restaurants, right? Yeah, that's right, in restaurants. Yeah, she say for the lunch, right? She eat at the restaurants with her colleagues, right? Yeah. And for dinner, she also offers eat out, right? Okay, so through that, we already know for lunch and dinner, she usually eat in restaurants. And for the question number 3, why doesn't she often cook? Do you remember? She said that she was very restless every day, right? And her kitchen is very small, so that's why she doesn't often cook. And you remember that she doesn't often cook, but she also cook right? Sometimes, yes, sometimes when she has most of free time, she also cook, but she doesn't often cook. Yeah, and another reason, do you remember that she said that her boyfriend, right, is better than her at cooking. So yes, when they have much free time, I think in cooking, her boyfriend will cook. Yeah, and she just supports her boyfriend in preparing material. Yeah. And for the question 4, does she eat or drink anything unhealthy? Yeah, yes, she does, right? She drinks a lot of coffee, and she says that she confesses she addicted in drinking coffee. Yeah. And for the question number 5, is she cutting down on anything at the moment, and why? And she said, right? No, right? Yeah. She isn't, because she is healthless and does exercise regularly. And she said that no, I do not need to cut down on anything, right? Because I eat healthily, right? And do exercise regularly. Yeah. And for the question number 6, what's happening to be Japanese diet at the moment? And she says probably worse and worse, right? The diet in Japan today is much more westernized than before. And that leads to many Japanese, right, are getting fatter and fatter. And for the question number 7, does she think this is a completely bad thing? No, right? She doesn't think, right? The diet in Japan today is much more westernized than before. And does she think this is, yeah, a completely bad thing? She says it is not, right? Because she likes varieties. Yeah. Okay, and for the next part C, look at some of the things Rumiko says. Circle the correct form, then compare with the partners and say why the other form is wrong. So I think it is so great if you watch this video and learn English with your friends, because for several part discussion, right? So you can work with your friend to discuss, to show your opinion, and your friend also shows your friend's opinion. Yeah. So without your friends, I think it is okay, as you can discuss about yourself, right? Yeah. But anyways, I recommend you should speak loudly. Yeah. It is better for you to improve your speaking. You should not just thinking in your head, and do not speak out loud, right? Yeah. Please speak out loud, yeah, to improve your speaking. Okay, now for the sentence 1, right? I don't usually have, or I am not having breakfast at work. So for the right, yeah, phrase here, right? I don't usually have breakfast at work. Okay, and for the sentence 2, I used to go to fast food restaurants, but now I prefer eating something healthier, or now I am preferring. Actually, the correct is I prefer, right? Yeah, we never choose I am preferring. Okay, I used to go to fast food restaurants, but now I prefer eating something healthier. Okay. For the sentence 3, I am drinking. Yeah, or I drink. Of course, we choose I drink, right? I drink a lot of coffee every day. We never choose the verb drink, right? In present continuous to describe the thing we do regularly, right? For the thing we do regularly, we should use in present simple. So that's why we select this phrase is right. I drink a lot of coffee every day, right? It is a regularly thing you do, right? Every day you drink coffee. Okay, and for the sentence 4, I think Japanese people getting fatter. Japanese people are getting fathers, right? Because for this is happening, right? Okay. And for the sentence 5, I'm liking the fact that there are more different kinds of food and restaurants now. I like, right? Like it is non-action verbs. Yeah, so we cannot use in present continuous. Okay, I like the fact that there are more different kinds of food and restaurants now. Okay, so great. Okay, now we learn grammars. We need to read the rules and do exercises. We will learn the present simple and continuous. Okay, for present simples, we have several examples. We use the verbs such as live, was, right? I live, he was, etc. We have several sentences with you, a present simple like this. They work in the bank. If you have one question, you can choose the question for present simple like this. Where did you live? Yeah. He doesn't wear glasses. She usually has cereals for breakfast. I'm never late for work, right? And remember, we use present simple for things that are always true or happen regularly. For the things that are always true, such as they work in the bank, right? It is true. Where do you live? And you say, I live in one of the cities. It is true, right? He doesn't wear glasses. So now you look at her, his face, right? And he doesn't wear glasses. It is true, right? And for the thing happen regularly, such as she usually has a cereal for breakfast, right? Or I'm never late for work. Yeah, for these thing for this thing, right? Happen regularly. Okay, and please notice the spelling rules. When we do pronounce he, she, it with the verbs, right? Have the last letters. She, s, s, G, C, or O. We need to add es. Such as we have on example, he watches the film, right? Or you can say that she washes right his hands. She fixes the car, right? Okay. And for other verbs, we just need to add s, such as she plays the piano. Yeah. And for present continuous, we have these structures: be plus with verb, and we need to add ing, right? Yeah. And we have the sentences of the question with your present continuous like this: who are you waiting for? Yeah. And partner B said, right, I'm waiting for a friend. And you can ask, what are you doing after class? And your friend say, I'm going to the cafe or coffee shop, right? We use the present continuous for action in progress at the time of speaking or for future arrangements. Please notice that the spelling rules. When the verbs end in E, we take up the E and add ing, such as live, right? Living, come, coming, or move, moving. Yes, you can create sentences with the live, such as you say now you are living in Ho Chi Minh City, right? Or you can say that I'm coming back home, or I'm moving to another cities in next week. Okay. And when the verb ends in a vowel followed by a single consonant, and if the last syllable is stressed, then the consonant is double, such as rub, right? We convert to rubbing or committing. And for the verb rub, yes, as you can create one example like this. I'm rubbing, right? I'm rubbing my hands. Yeah, I'm rubbing my hands. For the commit, you can say that I'm committing to finish the homework in today. Yeah, I talked to my parents. I promised to my parents. You say that I'm committing to my parents. I finish, right, the homework in today. Okay. And for action and not action verbs, yeah, now we will learn to know, right, which verb are action and which verb are not action. Yeah, we have one question like this: what are you cooking tonight? And your friend say, I'm making pastas. Great. I really like pastas. Okay, verbs which describe action: easy, make, cook, can be used in a present simple or continuous. Verbs which describe states or feelings, not action, such as like, want, be, are not normally used in the present continuous. Please remember this. And for the common non-action verbs are agree, be, believe, belong, depend, forget, hate, hear, know, like, love, matter, mean, need, prefer, realize, recognize, seem, suppose, right? Yeah. For these verbs, yeah, remember we cannot use in a present continuous. And please note this. A few verbs have an accent and a non-accent meaning. The most common is have. Yeah. I have a big flat in this, right? For the verb has is non-accent. Yeah. It's mean about possession. I have a big flat. And we have another example how we use the verb have. I can talk now. I'm having less. And for this sentence, right, you use the verb have in action. Yeah. It describes an activity that I'm having lunch. Yeah. You are having lunch or you are eating the food, right? Okay, for the lunch. Okay, now practice grammar. Correct the mistake in red phrases. Yes, we have an example like this. Ouch, you stand on my foot, right? And this is incorrect, so you need to correct again. You are standing on my foot. Yeah, it is right sentence, right? Okay. Okay, now we have an example like this. Okay, they have always breakfast in bed on the Sunday mornings. Can you correct the right phrases for me? Yeah, we can correct like this. They always have breakfast in bed on the Sunday morning. Okay, and next, she can't come to the phone now. She has a shower. Yeah, and she has a shower. So I think for the verb has, right, or have, right, we should use in action verb. So we can correct like this. She can't come to the phone now. She's having a shower, right? Okay, good. And for the sentence 3, we are needing an answer from you before Wednesday. Do you remember for the verb need? It is a non-action verb, right? So we cannot use in a present continuous. So we should correct like this. We need an answer from you before Wednesday. Okay. And for the sentence 4, I'm studying a lot now because I have exam next week. So you can correct like this. I'm studying, right? I'm studying a lot now because I have exams next week. Okay. For the next sentence, she don't eat meat at all. Don't. It is incorrect, right? She doesn't eat meat at all. Okay. And for the sentence 6, they always are late. It is incorrect, right? The correct is they are always late. Okay. Okay. For adverse frequencies, right? We should put after verb after auxiliaries, right? After auxiliaries such as is, are, right? Okay. And for the sentence 7, do you go out tonight? It is a future arrangement, right? We should use in a present continuous. As you going out tonight? Okay. And for the next sentence, he never replies to my emails. It is incorrect, right? The right verse you should use in this sentence is for the letter Y, right? You should convert to the letter I, and you need to add es, right? Like this. He never replies to my emails. Okay. And for the sentence 9, yes, for friend, partner A asks, right? As you go into the park this afternoon, it is a future arrangement, right? And partner B say, I don't know. It's depending on the weather. And do you remember for the verb depend, it is not action, right? So we cannot use in present continuous. So the correct is, I don't know. It depends on the weather. Okay. Okay, now write a question in the present continuous or present simple. Yeah, with the suggestion, what you eat. Yeah, we can create on a question like this. What are you eating? What are you eating? And partner B say, right? A cheese sandwich. Yeah, because at the time you are speaking for this action in progress, right? So that's why we should use in present continuous. Okay. And for the sentence one, right? Where I learned today, yeah, it is a future arrangement, right? So you should use present continuous. Whereas you haven't learned today, your friends say at home, right? My mom's making pasta, so that's why I'm having my lunch at home. Okay. For next sentence two, what? Yeah, do you remember? Yes, we asked about the thing. It is true, right? Yeah, we asked careers of my friends, or we asked the job of my friends, right? We should use a present simple. Uh, what does he do, right? He's an accountant. Okay. And for this weekend, you go with it is also a future arrangement, right? So you can do present continuous. As you going away this weekend, and your friends say, no, we're staying here. Okay. And for next, number four, right? To eat out tonight. Yeah, it is also a future arrangement, right? But you see, the verb one, it is non-action, right? So we should use in a present simple. Do you want to eat out tonight? And your friend says, yes, that would be nice. Where shall we go? Okay, for next. What she cook? Yeah. And partner B say, I don't know, but it smells good, right? So at the time when you are speaking, right, for this accent in progress. So that's why you should use in present continuous. What is he cooking, right? I don't know, but it smells good. Okay. Now for the past E, make question to ask your partner with the present simple or continuous. Ask for more information. Yeah, so that's why I recommend you should learn English with your friends. So you have partners, right, to discuss, to ask, and then to listen answer from your friends. Yeah, and you also can swap the role, right? To just for this question, right? You ask and your friend answer, and next your friend asks and you answer, right? So we had the feeling that you are doing the real conversation. If you do that, you can improve much quickly your English. Okay. With this suggestion, what usually have for breakfast, so we can set up on question like this, create on question like this. What do you usually have for breakfast? Yeah, if you ask me, what do you usually have for breakfast? I say that I usually have noodles and bread for my breakfast. Okay. And next suggestion, how many cups of coffee drink a day? With this suggestion, we can create on question like this. How many cups of coffee do you drink a day? Yeah, for a day, I drink around 2 cups of coffee, one in the morning, and for the second cup of coffee in early afternoon. Yeah, and sometimes I drink more. Yes, but normally I just drink 2 cups of coffee in one day. And with the next suggestion, where I usually have lunch, so you can have on a question like this. Where do you usually have lunch? Yeah, now I am working for coffee companies, so at the noon I cannot come back to my home to eat for lunch. So for lunch, I eat at the canteen of the company. Yeah. And the next suggestion, how often eat out a week? So you can ask your friend like this. How often do you eat out a week? If you ask me, I say that's for me, I just eat out one time for 1 month. Yeah. So for 1 week, I do not eat out because I'm poor and I want to save my money. So right? If you go to the restaurant to eat, it is very costly. Yeah. Okay, and with the next suggestion, prefer eating at home or eating out? So you can ask your friend, do you prefer eating at home or eating out? And for me, surely is that I prefer eating at home. Firstly, I can save my money, right? And another thing that I like the feeling, I am eating with my family's member. It is so great because while eating, I can talk to my family's members. Yeah, share about my work or what thing happened to me in today. Yeah, I also I can ask my family's member and know about their life. So that's why I like to eat at home. And about environments, right? I mean, the bus, it is not so noisy, right? If you eat at home, so you can easily talk to your family's members. If you go to the restaurant to eat, right, it is so noisy because there are so many people in restaurants, so you cannot talk to your family's members, right? You cannot ask for much information. Yeah. But sometimes we need to change the taste of food, right? We also need to go out for eating. Yeah, and for me, sometimes 1 month or 2 months, one time, we will go to the restaurant to eat. If we want to celebrate the holiday, right? I also go to the restaurants to eat with my friends or with my family members. Okay. And with next suggestion, need to buy any food today. So you can ask your friend, do you need to buy any food today? And if you ask me, I say that today I do not need to buy any food because for me, I just go to the markets to buy the food 1 week, 1 time. And at the time, I will buy a lot of food and I store in the fridge for 1 week. Yeah, so that's why for today, I do not need to buy any food. Yeah. Okay, and with next suggestion, try to eat healthily at the moment. Yeah, so you can ask your friend, as you're trying to eat healthily at the moment. So if you ask me, I think, I think I need to eat healthily at the moment because I drink so much coffee, and I think it is not so good for me. And another thing that I add so much sugar in the coffee, so I think I need to reduce sugar. And another thing that I like to eat pork. Yeah, I like to eat pork with a lot of fat. Yeah, and for the kind of food which contain a lot of fat, it is not so good for your health, right? So for me, I think I also need to reduce the fat. Yeah. And another thing, I think I need to exercise more. Yeah, and in evenings, I will try to go out and run for around 30 minutes or 1 hour. If I do that regularly, I also can improve my health. Okay. Okay, thanks for watching my videos, and hopefully you will keep watching my videos to learn English with me. So I think that if you keep doing this, watch all of my English videos for around 6 months, so you can improve much of your English. And now the homework for you. Choose the question in part E. Yeah, here you can touch the picture, right? As you the question in part is to ask your partner and record the video of that conversation. And you should swap the roles with your friends. For the first round, right, you will ask your friends and get information from your friends. And for the second round, your friends will ask you. Yeah, and you answer. And please remember to record the video. If you do not have partners or have friends, you can do a lot, right? And after recording the video, please send the video in the comment box so you can post your videos in the comment box of these videos. Yeah, because I will post these videos on YouTube. Yes. So as you can follow my channels. Okay, thanks for watching and see you in next video. Okay, we learn English together, right? Okay.